I don't know. So the number is going to be somewhere $20 plus million a year, which is absurd, right? I'm never going to tell somebody to take less money. Right? Go get the bag, whatever, right? Whatever they say, go get the money. That's fine. Athletes, accountants, businessmen, coaches, whatever. I fully get it. But I do feel like at a certain point there's a business decision that is more important than money. Especially with somebody who, I mean, let's be real. Sean has made a lot of money in his life. And let's be real, he's probably not a dummy on the, investment side of it. His money's probably making money at this point, right? Like Sean's not an idiot. And I don't personally view Denver right now as a great job. I think in the locker room that there are some major fractures in the locker room. I think there's more leaks upstairs than pretty much any team in football right now. I mean, hell, even Cleveland this past season was quieter. And they had somebody who was like, I don't know, getting sued like 20-some times at quarterback. So, I mean, if that's quieter, then that's a problem, right? And I think there's overrated but okay talent on the outside. The offensive line outside of left tackle is a total rebuild. I mean, the young running back is promising, but he's coming off an ACL, so who knows? The defense is talented, but they're going to need paid soon. And, oh, by the way, they're going to need paid with what money? Because there's no money to pay that young core with because you're paying Russell Wilson a goddamn fortune. Right? So, not to mention, there's no way to acquire cheap labor because, well, you don't have draft picks. And you have to give up the first and I think a third for Sean Payton. So now you have even less draft capital when you already didn't have draft capital. Or like, Sean Payton would have been the best candidate available for pretty much any job in the next, 5 hiring cycles. Like, who's going to come along in the next 5 years that's going to be available on the market that is better than Sean Payton? Almost nobody. Almost nobody. Right, so you're telling me that Brandon Staley misses the playoffs, or if he does make it, gets bounced relatively early again. They're sticking with him? I'd say wrong. So you could have been coaching Herbert in a year. What if McVay decides to retire? He's talked about 7 times now. He could step into a decent roster, great GM, richest owner, nice city, committed organization. Sounds pretty nice to me. I'm just saying, it's not a terrible job. Right? I think he could turn Russ around to at least be serviceable. I do. And I think there is some talent there. I think the defense is at least something you can build around right now. But I think overall, I think it's a subpar choice for Sean. I think it's great for money. It's a decent football brand. Broncos have been pretty big historically, but hey, we'll see. I hope I'm wrong because as a guy and I think as a coach, I really like Sean. I think he's sharp. I think he's clever. I think he's great in the room. For what I've seen, like interview-wise, he's been on Coward pretty much every week for the entire year. It's pretty funny. Great overall guy, right? I hope he does well. I just don't think that that's a good situation to go in when you look at what could be available in the next year. So I think patience would have played really well for him right now.
Yes, I agree. I have some numbers here now. So when you're making a business decision, you look at opportunity cost. What is the cost of the thing that you are giving up?
Let's go, business guy. Come on.
So you have two decisions to make.
Wait, hold on. Let me take some notes here.
Yeah. You got two decisions to make.
So opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost is what you have to give up to get when you make the decision. You take the other thing, right? So if I take option 1, the opportunity cost is option 2, the one that I didn't.
What
take.
You're giving up. So opportunity cost, what you gave up. Okay, continue.
No. So here's the thing. Do you know how much annually he was making with Fox Sports? Do you know what his contract was?
Do you know?
Yes.
Because I don't. I thought you were actually asking me. I'm like, dude, I hope you don't think I know this because I don't know this.
$15 million annually with Fox.
Okay, so he's giving up $15 million. That is the opportunity cost? Is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. The difference on that is only $5 million.
Yeah, I think it's going to be somewhere around 20. We'll just ballpark 20.
Okay, so if it's a 20, you're
roughly $5 million is the difference in opportunity cost.
Yeah, so that's. But there's so many other things that factor into it. So you have a very, very happy guy in Sean Payton. He has the dream job for any ex-coach, ex-NFL player. You get to talk about football and make $15 million a year doing it. You don't take any of the pressure from the media. You don't have to rip your hair out dealing with rookies and new guys that are coming in and making mistakes and dealing with a horrible situation with contracts and the cap.
That's also not like a boring 9 to 5. That is a great job, cool hours, probably less work than the normal 9 to 5.
Yeah. And now you're going to go take on the NFL head coaching life in a city that's, you had a lot more pieces when you were in New Orleans last time coaching. Now you got to go to Denver, totally turn things around, take on so many extra headaches for
I'm not going to tell you
$5 million extra dollars. See, now I'm saying he should have gone back into coaching at some point, but there was a better opportunity along the line. I think coming up.
Right. I would agree, and that's you kind of hit on what my pushback was going to be. Is that yeah, Sean definitely, that is what you just brought up is a great point. But I think he's such a competitor, and he's so in love with the art of coaching. I don't think he could wait any longer. I'm going to be honest with you.
Sure,
He's
but
like cut from that cloth.
Yeah, and I understand that to an extent, but you have to. I mean, he's not an idiot. He's aware of what's happening in the NFL. He doesn't have blinders on. He knows what could be open, whose seats are getting warm, where he thinks he would want to coach, who does he want to coach, who does he want to work for, what kind of ownership do you want to have.
And they're new owners. Now, granted, what they've shown so far is that they're really, really committed, but they're new. Who knows if they're going to be any good?
They're committed and they'll spend the money where they think they need, but Russ was a miss.
The head coach is Sean Payton's going to report straight to the owner? That doesn't sound like a functional organization. It sounds relatively dysfunctional.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't like it at all.
I think there's a lot better spots that he could have gone. And
I'm not saying that they're this year, but I think patience would have been
$15 million a year with Fox Sports is nice, man.
I probably would have elected for that.
Take $15 more.
Yeah.
$15 million. Go get your extra money through a couple commercials. Go do a commercial for State Farm.
I would tend to agree with you.
Do something to make a little extra money. Make up that extra $5 that you're gonna. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it to take that heat. We just saw Nathaniel Hackett, and now I'm not saying Sean Payton's on the same coaching level as Nathaniel Hackett. It's not even close. But we just watched him get absolutely torn apart.
He was awful. He was awful. Yeah. No, I agree. It's not a good situation.
But you're inheriting the same situation that just got him fired. So
no argument over here.
I don't know.
No argument over here at all.